Hello everybody! Continuing with the theme of murder, today's guide will showcase yet another of Don't Starve Together's big bads, Bearger. It's time for fluff, puff, and chuff. Let's get to it. So here's the deal about our pal Bearger, everyone. Yes, he is the Autumn Giant, aka the boss of the season. However, he has had some tweaks done to him in the past that have influenced his spawning cycle, beyond that of him only coming in the second and subsequent autumn seasons. You see, Bearger used to spawn day 1 of the second autumn, and would follow that spawn cycle for the remainder of that world's existence. But due to some quote-unquote exploits, Clay made it so now he comes far later into the season. In other words, we have a long dang time to wait, so I'll see you there. Oh boy, everyone, you hear that? The Bearger is coming for them munchies. You'll hear a few growls and your characters will react to the sounds, giving you ample cues to its arrival. Like Klops, Bearger is a proxy spawner, meaning he will spawn close to you, the player, wherever you are in the overworld. There he is, the massive fluff-ball himself, the Bearger. Let's break him down. He sits at a respectable 6,000 health and can do upwards of 100 damage to players. He attacks very often, however the range of said attacks is quite small compared to many others in the game. He is far slower in DST than he is in solo Don't Starve, but the sanity drain while fighting him is something to note. He has a devastating area of effect attack, loves eating food, and sheds his fur every 45 seconds, but only in Don't Starve Together. And finally, his loot table consists of 8 meat, his unique figure sketch, and, of course, his thick fur. He's a good one, that's for sure. What's not so good is his love for food can bring him to your very own. Bearger here will rummage through player-built containers looking for food, and will eat it all if he finds it. Plus, unfortunately, he'll destroy anything in his way of his quest for a full belly. But funny enough, take food away from him, and he won't take kindly to it. Take 1, and you're fine. 2 is pushing it for the big guy. And steal 3 food items from him, and he will not be a happy camper. He loves munching so much that he'll even eat food that damages him just because he wants a meal. But he does gain health back through eating the majority of food items in-game. You'd be insane to even try it, but it's entirely possible to kill Bearger through feeding him monster meat. But holy hot damn, that would be a lot of bloody monster meat. Remember that fur mentioned earlier? Well, this is what it looks like when dropped by our guy. Now, keep in mind that the fur will be whips away like ashes if you don't pick it up fast enough. But what does it do? Head on back to your alchemy and pop into the refinement tab to discover that you can create Bearger's thick fur with his tufts. You'll need the reasonable handful of 90 tufts to make up the rest of... Wait, what? 90? 90 of these dang things? Are you... That's kind of ridiculous, actually. But let's say you do grind out the 90 you need. At least the game will give you 3 total thick furs for your troubles. So it ain't all bad at the end of the day. To heck with it though, it's bloody bear season, and you're itching to do some hunting. Well, as always, you can do yourself a favor and head out there waving and smacking your meat around at a respectable damage of 59.5 and no durability. Ham bats for the win. Or be a bit more civilized and conjure up some shadowy weaponry. Create a couple dark swords, and at 68 damage per hit, you'll be cutting down bears left and right. And with 1 egg, a meat item, a veggie, and a filler, you can net yourself a lovely round of pierogi goodness for some munchy healing. That, or grow your own heals with dragon pies. With 1 fruit and 3 twigs in a crockpot, dragon fruit pies are some of the most efficient healing items in the entire game. Get you some. So now, our giant friend is actually neutral by default, so we will have to smack him in the butt to piss him off. Hit him, and it's on. Now, Bearger will swing 3 times, but on the 4th attack, he will smash the ground with an area of effect strike. Immediately following that, do not attack. Bait out his next hit, as he will swing very, very soon after smashing you. Now, it's really just rinse and repeat. Watching out though for when you do in fact get hit, because all of Bearger's attacks actually disarm the player. So don't get caught out thinking that you have a weapon when you actually don't. So again, bait out his swings, getting 2 to 3 hits yourself between them, bait out his big boom and following swing, and then repeat until the bear is dead-zo. Watch the fight unfold right here. In the end, the fluffy puffball will fall, and you'll be left with the goodies, meat, fur, and more. But before we talk loot, let's discuss what else Bearger can do for us. Bearger here is one of the best lumberjacks in the game, folks. If you keep his aggro by allowing him to get a swing in on you every now and then, while also putting trees in the way, he will knock them down for you with ease, especially with that smash attack, which will easily fell 6 to 8 trees if you're lucky. Don't let him walk over the trees. He needs to hit or smash them. Careful though, since you'll be knocking over so many trees so quickly, tree guardians are sure to spawn. But really hope that they don't, as getting aggros to switch can be an issue. And Bearger just really sucks at fighting tree guardians, and will lose almost every time that there's more than one. You also have the Reed Trap. Lead him here and let the hentai take care of him. Plus, he will do a pretty darn good number on them too, meaning more loot for you. Annoyingly, since he prioritizes eating over the hentai, who would have guessed, you'll likely need to re-aggro him a couple times to get him back fighting within the retrap. Just be careful not to lead him or you into a whole lot at one time. And oh yeah, beware of Bearger killing himself, as, well, he's kind of prone to doing. Or lead him to the Hound Mound Sanctuary, where he can one-shot all those suckers as you lend a hand destroying the mounds. Plus, since Bearger destroys objects and such, you'll gain a crap ton of rocks, flint, gold, and more along the way. But my personal favorite, the Tall Bird Fortress. Lead him here, and he can help clear one of the best set pieces in the entire game. Want to learn why that is? Well, watch this video here, and you can learn how to build your own Tall Bird Fortress farm. Some other things to note, our fluffy pal slips into hibernation come winter, and will not despawn like he does in solo play. Instead, he will plop down right where he stands and have himself a long nap. Even well into the spring season too. Now, he can be woken up either through player actions or through mob-on-mob violence. Whatever the case, be very cautious. Bearger has a mechanic where he will yawn when awoken, putting everything in proximity to him to sleep, which will also render the player very, very vulnerable. Furthermore, during winter and spring, Bearger actually takes less damage and will not drop those fur tufts that he does usually. I mean, he is the autumn boss, so deal with him in autumn or wait for summer when he actually wakes up again. But yes, once again, be very careful, because you can easily just find yourself in a perpetual sleep cycle and just be stuck there for a bit. As a reminder, when the mighty beast falls, he will drop his thick fur and his unique figure sketch, plus a big old pile of Bearger meat goodness. But what does it all do? The first order of business is the Hibernation Vest, which can be found in the Dress tab near the bottom. To craft it, we'll need one of Bearger's thick furs, what is called a Dapper Vest, and 2 rope. Don't know what the Dapper Vest is? Don't worry. It is very, very easy to craft using but 8 hound teeth and 6 silk. By the time Bearger arrives in the second autumn, you should have plenty. Craft it, do in fact look quite dapper, but actually use it to create your comfy and cozy hibernation vest. Now, this thing is pretty frickin' amazing. Not only is it one of the best wearable insulators in the game at 240 insulation, wearing it actually allows for sanity to regen at 4.4 per minute, and your hunger will decrease 25% slower than normal with it on. So flippin' good. But on the other hand, we have the really not so worth it in the slightest insulated pack. Not only does it cost way too much to craft at 3 gears, 3 doodads, and a thick fur, it's just not good at all. I mean, it's a portable fridge, which sounds cool, but it only has 4 capacity and it doesn't keep ice frozen, nor does it cool thermal stones. So, hibernation vest every time. But we can use that figure sketch handily. Give it to a potter's wheel, and you'll find a Bearger statue under the Statues tab. Who would have guessed? Go ahead and craft yourself one to commemorate your triumphant victory over the beauty of nature. Plus, you can move it around as a decoration. Oh, and you can use marble or cut stone for varying results. Have fun. And, as the great poem reads, out came a bear from its shallow cave, to give all munchies a fluffy grave, a peaceful beast, a threat to no one, without a clue of what had begun. it met a man as hairy as he, but even then it could not see that the man had thought it all a game, so in the end, the beast be tamed. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope it helped, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.